In 2023, psychologist Anne Gärtner received the 100,000 euro Early Career Einstein Foundation Award for a project to reform research assessment culture by creating fairer and more meaningful processes for hiring, tenure, and promotion processes, shifting the focus from impact factors to the quality of candidates' work. Over the past 2 years, she has been actively developing and implementing this project. So, Anne Gärtner, looking back, what were the biggest milestones you achieved with your project?
One of the biggest milestones was really visibility. When I received the Einstein Award, we had just started developing criteria for more responsible research assessment in hiring and promotion. And since then, we've built a fully functional open source platform. So basically, a digital app that makes these criteria ready to use across institutions. The award gave the project great credibility and momentum because universities, deans, and even rectorates reached out. So I was invited to give talks, we hold workshops, and we refined the tool together with professional societies like the German Psychological Society. What's most rewarding for me is seeing that several universities are now using the criteria, and first implementation studies are underway. So the award gave us the visibility and energy to make that happen. And I am very grateful for that.
So this is absolutely amazing, and we're really proud of you. But so why do you think your project matters, and to whom actually?
I think rescue matters because evaluation shapes science, and what we reward defines what we get. If we only count publications or grant funding, we miss substance, rigor, and quality. And I think our project helps institutions and hiring committees to shift from quantity to quality by rewarding what really makes research strong, such as good methods, sound theory, and responsible research practices like transparency and open science. Rescue started in psychology, but I hope and we are sure that it can easily be applied across all empirical disciplines, especially the behavioral, social, and life sciences. This change matters to all early career researchers who can now afford to do things properly and not just quickly. And it also helps funding agencies that support reliable and reproducible research, and it strengthens science as a whole by improving trust and replicability. So in the end, I think everyone benefits, from the researchers and selection committees to science and society at large.
I couldn't agree more that the assessment of researchers and their products is really critical to everything. So, but I also know that it's truly challenging. And so, what were your toughest challenges, and how did you handle them?
Yeah, I think not surprisingly, the biggest challenge was resistance to change. And the old proxy measures we've relied on for so long, like publication counts or impact factors, are so deeply ingrained and rarely questioned. Some people worried that moving away from them would mean losing objectivity or even talented people. And we handled that by being very concrete. We built digital tools with structured criteria and multidimensional profiles that show what researchers actually contribute beyond just numbers or authorship order. And we're now piloting these tools in real selection processes, and early feedback looks very promising. It makes things visible that weren't visible before. And I think that's a step toward fairer and more informed decisions.
Yeah, that's very promising. I also agree that we are all socialized in the system. The longer you're in the system, the more it's kind of in your brain, and there's a lot of resistance. I have the same experience. So, what's next in your project, and what challenges could it spark?
Yeah. So over the past 2 years, Rescue has really moved from theory to practice, and it's now being tested, refined, and adopted at several universities. Our next step is to broaden that network and help institutions to integrate the framework in a sustainable way so that research quality becomes a shared practical standard. Right now, we're also developing a feedback tool to evaluate how the criteria work in practice, so how acceptable, fair, and useful they are. We know new criteria aren't automatically better, so we want to test and, of course, improve them. And looking ahead, we also plan to develop criteria for other stages of appointment processes, like interviews and external reviews. In the long run, I hope Rescue contributes to a shift in research culture toward more meaningful incentives.
Yeah, we all hope this, and I think, as you said, I think the network is absolutely critical to spread this new form of assessing researchers. And I think the QUARA, the Coalition on Advancing Research Assessment, as a European and even worldwide movement, will really help there. So, what's the one piece of advice that you would give early career researchers? I mean, can they count on those things are already that they're already in place? So, what would you tell them?
Well, yeah, difficult, but I would tell them keep doing good science, even when it takes time, because that's how substantive progress happens. And believe that change is possible because we are already shaping it. Yeah.
Very good advice, and I wish you and the young researchers luck with this. So, thank you very much, and I hope the project will deliver all those really challenging and promising um, results. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.